Welcome to the Lynn Lowdown. Today we have a special guest. We have Tia Cole, and we're here to talk about the Lynn Mutual Aid disaster relief that she started. Tia, how are you doing?
I'm going a little stir crazy in the house.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we're in solitary confinement.
Yeah, good to see
Yeah,
you.
so when you decided to start the mutual aid relief, when the whole COVID-19 pandemic started to spread and started getting more and more attention, what was your thought process when you first decided to do that?
Well, it was kind of simple. The other Lynn Facebook groups were a little wild, so I wanted to kind of have a good resource for everybody that had like verified information and stuff, and that was kind of just a need that I think was there. And I'm really good at Facebook, so I do a lot of like social media marketing stuff.
Mhm.
So I came across this like online document that these moms in Medford created, and it was like, hey, this is how you can like set up for to support people in your network and in your neighborhoods and stuff. So I literally just took exactly what the mom said to do and just pretty much did it.
Mhm.
And it was really easy, and so many people like instantly as soon as they saw it like stepped up or like, okay, how can we help get this done? Um so I may have created a Facebook page or group,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah,
really like the hard work was really done by a ton of people.
yeah. How many different people and organizations have actually been supporting you and helping you since the Facebook page launched?
So we have like a core group of like four kind of moderators for the group. But it's expanded so that like it's kind of become just a conduit for different organizations to come in and just help out with different stuff because everyone wants to help, but they just weren't sure where the help was needed.
Mhm.
So I can't, there's so many organizations, I can't even like name them, but like the North Shore Labor Council and North Shore Juneteenth have stepped up to do tons of home deliveries. And that's been kind of alleviated by the city council has been able to kind of take over deliveries for anyone disabled and
Yeah,
homeless. I'm sorry, not homeless, elderly,
yeah.
um, that kind of thing. So uh, I can't even really give a specific number. The four cohorts are Aparna, Adriana, and Heather and I, and we kind of try and meet once a week and just make sure that there's no mix up of communication and everything's getting out there right.
Mhm. And you guys have gotten so much good feedback. You talk about some of the stuff. I know you guys had a drive at City Hall recently.
That was actually all Darren Sire. So again, we're just making connections. So when City Hall announced that they were going to do that, I didn't believe them at first. I didn't know because it wasn't verified information yet. Sorry, Kurt. I deleted his post. But once we verified it, we just shared it. That's
Okay.
all. Our city mostly communicates via Facebook as opposed to like any other real platforms. We do like the Nextdoor platform,
Yeah.
but it's really easy to kind of push information that way. So
Yeah, so that's like one of the things you guys do. You guys, whenever you see an organization that's doing something that's beneficial to people in need, you guys share it on Facebook and you just give them a little more light on what they're doing.
yeah, we try and keep, we have this resource list. It's an open document in the same way that like Wikipedia is an open document. People can go in and edit. And that has a running list of anything from if you need food, there's lists of resources that you can click on through that. And usually it's something we also share into the group, but we always make sure it's on that list so you don't have to run through the group. But there's like housing because there's rental assistance if your family needs it. We have a tab for mental health services because everyone's starting to climb walls lately.
Yeah.
Um, that's really the huge thing that we do. And then trying to help people with neighborhood pods. Those are kind of like back in the old day, like when you'd be on like the soccer team and you'd have like the parents would have to a list of like kids they would have to call if there was going to be like a rain delay or something like that. It's the same idea. It's making sure that you call and talk to or are in touch with your neighbors that don't have access to the internet.
Yeah.
Um, So those are really two key things.
Yeah. One thing you just said was mental health, and that's one thing that everybody was kind of worried about is those who suffer from mental health and in need of mental health assistance, just trying to get them assistance, because certain places they usually go to for assistance they can't go just due to the social distancing and that. So how are you guys been able to kind of help those, or finding ways to get those individuals who may suffer from mental health some assistance?
If someone brings it up, we just try and connect into the resources that we have on the list. We do have in the city emergency response teams, crisis teams that can help if you do have any issues with mental health that you're working on. We also have on the list just some counselors that are able to do face-to-face counseling, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I know it's definitely something needed. And if anyone ever posts in the group, I'm having a hard time with this, or, ask for help. We always just try and give them the resources, but we also have the resources available there. You want to do a little digging on your own too.
Yeah. What has been probably the most, what's something that's been, you guys have seen been the most need for people? What is something that maybe people have posted, or maybe someone have asked, the most consistent thing that people have been asking, most constant, I should say?
I think the hardest thing is the deliveries. That's why I'm really glad those organizations were able to take it on. And if anyone has the ability to go and help do deliveries of food, or, I mean, even things like arts and crafts, there's someone who, as of today, is putting like arts kits together so they can drop them off to kids somewhere. That's been the big thing, getting resources to people that can't leave the house. They either can't leave because they're immune compromised, they're disabled, or, they're high risk category for, being really affected health-wise with COVID.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. And also the elderly are definitely the ones that need a lot of the support at this time. So, moving forward, what are some things you guys are doing moving forward?
Continuing to make connections. We all have our own kind of thing that we work with. One of the big things that I was late for this call, sorry, because I was on the phone with United Way. And United Way has launched a COVID relief fund. So if you can donate, please donate. But what that fund is going to do is go towards the RAF loans to help with rental assistance. It's going to go towards Catholic Charities so that they can kind of beef up what they're doing, and a few other organizations throughout the city, including like the New American Center too, to make sure that their families are being supported as well. So if you can donate, please do. But also, if you're in need, there's going to be some additional funding hopefully coming in. And if you can't donate, I'm going to send you the link, so maybe you can share it with everybody. If you can't donate, share the link like far and wide, because it's going to help somebody somewhere.
And the Facebook page. Tell them where, if they want to get in contact with you, tell them how to reach you, and also plug the Facebook page.
Okay, so I really wanted to change the name of the Facebook page because it's so long I can't remember it, but I don't want people to miss it because it's been promoted. So bear with me just a second. I know this sounds ridiculous. We call ourselves Mutual Aid Lynn, but it's like a really long title.
Yeah, I think it's like the Lynn Mutual Aid Relief something.
Yeah, Lynn MA, Mutual Aid Disaster Relief. And our email is, if you want to shoot an email, is lynnmutualaid@gmail.com.
All right. Tia, thank you.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for calling.
No problem. You stay safe and have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.